Hello and welcome to Airtel Touching Lives. I'm your host, Wana, and this is the show that transforms lives. Touching Lives. Tonight, we visit a past story.
What gone through my mind then when Airtel promised that they will give me money for business, for accommodation, for my children's school fees. I never believed because many people has promised me for past, they didn't fulfill. So to my surprise, one day Airtel called me and they fulfilled all the promises.
And we head to a community in need.
The lack of electricity has really brought up multi-dimensional challenges of human existence.
People are really suffering. They are really suffering.
Whatever we want to do, we are just managing ourselves.
We are praying to have something.
I wanna touch your life. I wanna be the change. I'm gonna shine my light. I'm gonna make a difference. Touch your life. Be the change. Shine my light. And make a difference. You're the one to make the world a much better place. You're the one. You're the one. Touching lives.
In season 4 of Airtel Touching Lives, we met Joy Musa. While at home in March of 2011, Joy, her husband, and 6 children heard gunshots from outside.
We don't know what is going on. Then my father went outside to check.
Joy's husbands and sons were tragically killed.
I found my husband's head, then I hold him. And one Boko Haram boy told him to kill me. Then when the soldier man saw him, he wanted to shoot the Boko Haram boy. He now gets my lap here.
Joy was taken to hospital for surgery, and life would never be the same for her and her remaining 2 children.
She's still going through pains, physical pains, emotional pains, trauma. She's going through a lot. As at the time I came, they had not eaten. I offered for them to eat, but they decided they would keep it for their lunch. And I was like, is this what this woman goes through on a daily basis?
So Airtel has decided to pay your rent for 2 years.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
They are going to give 500,000 naira towards the education of your 2 children.
Thank you, God bless you, God bless you.
But it has not stopped there, because Airtel is still going to give you 500,000 naira towards your business.
Oh, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
This season, we went back to visit Joy and her children to see how their lives have been changed by Airtel.
What gone through my mind then when Airtel promised that they will give me money for business, for accommodation, for my children's school fees. I never believed because many people has promised me for past, they didn't fulfill. So to my surprise, one day Airtel called me and they fulfilled all the promises. God bless Airtel Nigeria. My children are very, very happy when we start the business because now I can get money to give them to buy food. We can feed well, not like before that we can stay 2 days without eating. So they are very happy. Even myself, I'm happy. My daughter wants to be a medical doctor, and my son wants to be a custom officer. I'm happy they are back to school now. Even my daughter Precious, she's writing her WAEC right now. So I'm happy. I'm so proud on them. I'm so proud on my children because they assist me a lot and they are very, very intelligent. Business was going well. I enjoy doing the business and my children. When my children go back to school now, I can't continue alone because of the pain. Then I did operation. But after I recover, I will go back to my business because I enjoy doing it. Since Airtel Nigeria come to my place and bless me, my life has changed for good. Now I can walk, I can wash my clothes, I can bath by myself, not like before, that everything my daughter will do it for me. That now I can do everything. I can cook, I can walk. At least me and my children, we are not outside again like before. We are inside the house now, and I really thank Airtel because for now we have house to live. God bless Airtel. I never believed that I will come out from this challenging. I thought it's all over. But to my surprise, Mrs. Lola nominated me with Airtel Nigeria. And by the grace of God now, I'm happy. Airtel and Lola helped me out from my challenging. God will bless Airtel Nigeria. God will bless Laura and our children in Jesus' name. I want people that are passing through this kind of a thing that I pass through now to keep hope alive. Somebody that I don't know before locate me. She deliver me from this pain. I know one day God will locate them. Let them go keep hope alive. They should not lose hope.
I absolutely love that. Don't go away because after the break, we'll be meeting a community in need. To join the conversation and interact with tonight's show, you can visit our social media. You'll find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Touching lives. Touching truth. Touching lives.
Welcome back to Airtel Touching Lives. Life in Omishakin Community has become unbearable for those who live there. The lack of electricity has come with a lot of challenges. Let's take a look.
Touching lives.
I've been in this community since 1991. When I was here, there was not very few houses, but now the community has expanded. The street named after me. It was because of we were the first settler in this street, and because of the community work we did when we first came here, opening up the roads, doing all the community things. The owner of the land, where we bought the land from, considered me worthy with my people who are my co-settlers here, considered me worthy to name the street after me.
I was quite very happy when I found out that Airtel supports Nigeria in various areas, including the part of their corporate social responsibility to Nigerian community. And so that's why I had to put in for my community. Having stayed here almost 13 years now, I discovered that there has been a problem of inadequate electricity supply. About 2 years ago, I nominated this community, but unfortunately, we're not nominated. I got my community and the leaders informed of the fact that I made a presentation to Airtel. So I was quite very happy this year when I again put forward my community and received a message from Airtel that I should come for a chat or probably an interview. We have almost over 100,000 living within the community. But within Omishakin Street, where I stay, and the adjoining street, we have over 1,500. The present transformer that servicing us, there's a shortfall. I mean, for the number of residents, the capacity of the transformer could not really service us. Part of the growth and development of the community is for us to have electricity, because the challenge of electricity has brought in insecurity. Hoodlums comes in the evenings when there's no light and perpetrate a lot of evils. Because of lack of electricity, even when boreholes are being provided, borehole needs to be powered by electricity. So that challenge of the fact that there is no electricity to power it. The two private-owned borehole business suppliers, some of them could not power their borehole with the generator they have because the generator is overstretched. So our community people here had to go far to get water to use at home. The citizens now use plastic buckets tied with rope, take water there to drink. So it leads to various diseases. Some are faced with stomach ache challenges, and all other complicated illness starts to really come in, so leading to death. My pain is for the children, and that is why you have more mortality rate in the community, because of the fragility of babies being fed with waters that are contaminated. The entire Agbele community has two basic health centers. It was just recently that another basic health center was recently opened here. Because of the problem of electricity, there are some drugs that need to be refrigerated. They could not probably do that. When they have issues that relate to electricity being on, they need to be sent to any of the general hospitals in Lagos, the nearby general hospitals.
When we have heat, a lot of people will see rashes because of the heat.
If there's heat, you cannot sleep well. A student that is not cannot sleep during the night. You know, when he or she is in the class, he will be sleeping under all those things. So it will impact very well on them. They will have good rest when they come home. When they get to the class, they don't sleep.
In the house, you can't do anything. No, you don't have electricity to charge your phone.
You might see some shops, they have closed up. So many businesses are closing down because there's no light. When there's no light, there's no good business you can do in the area.
All those women, to feed their, when their husbands are jobless, they try to feed their children by sweeping, by, dry cleaning, washing plates, washing clothes for some other people, When the man of the house is not having a job. So the woman has to do all these things to provide for the family.
When the youth are not really having a job, the circle will really backfire back into the economy, because when you are not making provision for some of these youths, they turn into thuggery, they went into kidnapping, went into a lot of other social vices. So that is really some of the challenge that not only the community, the state, and even the country is really going through.
Àti wà nínú àdúgbò yóò ti pẹ́ gan, ọjọ́ ti pẹ́ gan, but ṣọ́ọ̀bù tí mo wá gbà síbi gan bí pé mo kàn wá waste owó ní bíbá ẹni. Àwọn kan bẹ̀ pé àkìlò náà tó bá máa múná dé gan, àwọn some jẹ́ la máa fi tàn fún customer, then àti dín owó wọn kù, èèyàn mi á máa fún wa ní 100 naira, ìgbà tó ti sí náà àdẹ̀fín manage owó epo gan, ká tó rí gan ní èdè ó máa ń cost, ó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn.
Nísìnyí tí ò sí ná, kò sí bí mo ṣe fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ láti rí owó láti feed àwọn family, because ó kan aṣọ, because kò sí bí èèyàn ṣe fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ tí ò ní ṣe embroidery síbẹ̀. Embroidery iná jẹ́ la máa lò ṣe embroidery. Industrial machine tá a fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ iná ló ń lò. Bí àbá tí ó bá sí náà a lè lo industrial machine. Kò jẹ́ sí bí èèyàn ṣiṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, kò ní sí mo ṣe máa rí owó mú lọ sílé láti lọ feed àwọn family.
Having electricity, it will increase the economic empowerment of the citizens, of the people of the community. The small and medium scale businesses will strive. The artisans the welders, the fashion designers who use the machines to work need to do this when electricity is being provided. if peradventure there will be a turnaround in employment of some of our jobless youths, and there will be less vices, armed robbery, stealing, and all other vices that has more negative impact to the community, to the state, and to even the country.
For me, I run a neighborhood banking agency banking, and then I use this my equipment have to be charged before it can be used. The generator, we just manage it. When you use it, we have a generator repairer in the neighborhood here. When you use it once, you repair it with the amount of the money you generate from the business. So like today, I'm just idle doing nothing.
Bottle water, pure water. Wọ́n tí mò ń tà náà nìyẹn. Àdẹ̀rì náà lò. Màá lọ sí Amandia ní ọ̀hún. Màá lọ ra búlọ́ọ̀kù. Òní màá fi ta ọjà.
Our community is so poor because there's no light. No light. So whatever we want to do, we are just managing ourselves.
We are praying to have something as soonest, because if we don't, many of our tenants will run away. That's just it, because the business men, they are running out now. That's why we are praying very hard, so we get help also on that matter.
The lack of electricity has really brought up multi-dimensional challenges of human existence.
People are really suffering. They are really suffering.
I want to leave an impact into this community so that when I live here, I'll be happy that when I was here, I contributed towards the growth and development of the community.
Stay with us, because after the break, members of the Omishakin community will be joining me. To join the conversation and interact with tonight's show, you can visit our social media. You'll find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Touching lives. Touching lives.
Welcome back to Airtel Touching Lives. Joining us in the studio, we have Engineer Omishakin and Mr. Daudi. Welcome.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
I mean, what is life like in the community right now?
Life is a bit quite very boring. On the aspect of problem of electricity supply, which has hindered small-scale businesses within the community. The few business setup that probably has borehole for members of the community to fetch water, they are not much compared to the population within that environment. So if the problem of electricity is out of it, the challenge will be a little bit less.
Engineer Omishakin, I wanted to ask, looking at all the things that he's spoken about, what will be the future of the community if there's still no access to electricity?
If there's no electricity, there won't be any new developments. Most of the children who are not healthy can't go to school. Older people who depend on small things to hand their livings are really not finding things easy again. Some of the tenants around the community, they are contemplating moving out because there's no electricity to power their houses and their businesses. Borehole is not even not many, maybe 10% or 5%. All others are wells, and these are untreated water. There are a lot of skin diseases on the children and everything, and we don't have any good hospital there. We only have health center. The amenities are not enough to cater for the whole populace. Yeah. People are moving out.
Well, I mean, I'm sure at this point, you also know that Airtel is very, very big on developing communities, because we know that, once a community, can survive, I mean, they're able to help those around them as well. And they definitely want to do something to help and to make things easier for you. So we're going to find out what Airtel would like to do for you. And so Airtel will purchase, deliver, and install a 500 kVA transformer.
To God be the glory. Wow, this is wonderful. To God be the glory. This is amazing. This is quite very amazing. To God be the glory. I mean, this is a dream of so many years we've really been expecting. To God be the glory. This is amazing. This is quite wonderful.
Really wonderful.
What do you think this is going to, what does this mean to your community, and what do you think this is going to do as well?
It means greater development in the community. It will improve the standard of living of people within the community. Some of us I'm a tenant in the community. I will probably want to see how I will build a house within the community, because I've been staying there for quite over 8 years now, or 10 years. It's been a very peaceful community. But the challenge of electricity and problem of water has been quite enormous. So, and for the fact that, one, I am a subscriber of Airtel, and I follow Airtel Touching Lives over the years. So I applied sometimes last 2 years. We couldn't scale through, so I had to get in touch with my members of the CDA within my community to inform them that I'm still very zealous. I'm still forging ahead to see how Airtel will touch our lives within the community. So really, Airtel will touch our lives in this community. So giving us this information is quite very wonderful. It's amazing.
Well, we thank you for coming on the program, for sharing your story with us as well. And we also hope that this will be an opportunity for people who are watching to help others in other communities around.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure having you, and we really appreciate and thank Airtel. And I wish Airtel more grace to their elbow and the entire management team.
This is really amazing. The whole community will,
It's been all smiles in the studio today. It just goes to show that something as little as a lack of electricity can trickle down into every aspect of an individual's life. Until next time, you've been watching Airtel Touching Lives. Next week on Airtel Touching Lives.
So I remember the moment when I got the prize, and I'm thinking like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, I wasn't really thinking much, really. It was just like, this is really happening. And I think it was really humbling for me.
It's like making a step while the world is going forward and the school is making a step backward.
The students, they sit on the floor, no chair for them. Even the classroom is nothing to write home about.
We have only one toilet, and that toilet is not good.
Going to that toilet is an eyesore. 980 people using one toilet.
I wanna touch your life. I wanna be the change. I'm gonna shine my light. I'm gonna make a difference. Touch your life. Be the change. Shine my light. And make a difference. You're the one to make the world a much better place. You're the one, touching lives. Touching lives.
Airtel, the smartphone network.